Hey there, math fans. Test 6, Lesson 5. Get your swords ready and let's go. Our objectives for today are to review using the order of operations, to add up fractions to make improper fractions, and to plot points on a graph to make shapes. And we'll start with a quick review of the order of operations. So you all remember that we used BEDMAS to remember the order of operations. We watched that video where it was baby excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And of course it doesn't really matter which order we put these two in or these two in, because those two get done in the order they occur. So in this question here I have 7 times 2 minus 5 plus 2 minus 3. I'm going to start by looking for brackets. I have some, so I will rewrite the equation with my brackets done. No more brackets. We'll never have exponents in grade 6, but it's worth looking. Next up I have division and multiplication. I do have that, so I'm going to do it. 14, take away 7, take away 3. No multiplication, addition and subtraction I do have, so 7 take away 3, which is 4. Now give this one a try on your own. Just pause the video, see if you can quickly get this done, and when you come back I'll have the answer for you. So I'm going to start by looking for brackets. There aren't any, so that's good. Then exponents, of course there aren't any because it's grade 6. Next up I have multiplication and division, and I do have that, so I'm going to rewrite my question with that done. So it becomes 16 take away 12 plus 3 minus 1. No more multiplication or division. Next up is addition and subtraction. Now even though addition comes first in our little mnemonic, we have to remember it. Subtraction comes first in the actual problem, and I'm always going to do that in order. So 16 take away 12 is 4, so I'll rewrite that as 4 plus 3 minus 1. Next up, 4 plus 3 is 7 minus 1, which equals 6. So you know all of that. That was just a quick review. We're going to move on now and talk about how we can add fractions to make improper fractions. So remember, there are 3 types of fractions. There are proper fractions, so like 4 out of 6, and that is a fraction where the numerator, or top number, is smaller than the denominator. Then I can have mixed numbers or mixed fractions, like 2 and 1/3, where you have a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. It has to be a proper fraction. And then of course I can have improper fractions. And I get improper fractions when my numerator is larger than or equal to my denominator. And that tells me that I actually have more than one of the whole thing. So these two are actually equal, because how many 3 out of 3s would be in here? There'd be 2 of them with 1/3 left over. These two are the same amount. They're showing the same amount. So here's an example of a problem we might have with that situation. Mel gave half of the sandwich to 10 people. How many sandwiches did she hand out? Write your answer as an improper fraction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up how many halves of sandwiches she gave out. So Mel handed out 10 half sandwiches. So I'm going to write that out as 1/2 plus 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 1/2 10 times. When you add fractions, your denominator, which is of course your bottom number, always stays the same. So when you're adding, that's not what I wanted to do at all. When you're adding, that number is always going to stay the same, the one on the bottom. Okay? I'll just circle it. So that's going to end up equaling out of half again. The top number you do add up. So there's 10 of them, and I'm adding 1, so 10 times 1 is 10. How many sandwiches did she hand out? She handed out 10 halves. Sorry, I'm having some technical issues here, but you get the idea. The top number adds up, bottom number stays the same, 10 halves. And for the last part of our lesson, I have a website I'd like you to go to. So I'm giving you your 2 review questions here. So if you could please pause the video and complete these review questions to hand in tomorrow. And then when you're done the review questions, hit play again. Now that you're done the review, our final objective for today is to plot points to make shapes. And to learn that, I'd like you to go to this website. It's www.tinyurl.com/spyguysplot. It's going to walk you through a lesson and give you some little quiz questions to do and explain things really well. It should only take a few minutes. So if you can get that done, that would be awesome. I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.